Okay. So,
if you do it Google document, you can just share that with her. Or you do it in Excel, I could just
so Project Lab Part 3 we'll have due next Thursday. I'll go through that today. And also Math 5.1, 5.2 will be due next Thursday. So let's go and take a look at Project Part 3. All right, so here is, if you go to Canvas, it's under Part 3, 4, and 5. It's due on Thursday, February 27th. And this is, these are the basics. Oops. So there's two different instructions. One is if you're using Excel. One is if you're using Sheets. Obviously, if you're using Excel, use the Excel one. If you're using Sheets, use the Sheets one. I'll go through the Sheets one since it seems like more people are using Sheets. Make sure you're using Chrome because that prevents all issues with using Sheets. It's a little better if you do that. So first, open up that file you sent to me and go to the sheet where your cleanup data is. Highlight. So we're only going to do groups A and C for this part. We're not going to touch B and D, just A and C. So first we're going to copy over your stuff from group A. So you'll go over to your spreadsheet, sheet 1, and you'll get wherever your group A data is and you'll copy it. And then you're going to create a new page. So go ahead and hit add sheet, brand new page for group A. And they'll do a brand new page for group C. So here we're going to do Control V, paste that in there. Control V, paste that in there. Or not. Try it again. Control C to copy it, and then Control V to paste it. There we go. And then see how it's not totally sorted quite right? Like these others are sitting in there. There's an other over here, some run walks over there. So you need to sort your data. So you can just do data and sort range. I have a header row, so I'm going to click on that one, and my data is in A, so I want to sort it from A to Z, sorry. So I'll go ahead and sort that. Now, you should have it all sorted, and it'll be easier to count. You need to make a frequency distribution table for it. So here I have badminton. Badminton. That's right, I misspelled it. That's okay, who cares? And I can count them if I wanted to. But it gets a little trickier when you have a lot of them. So I'm going to use that count A function we had. Equals, don't forget, all of your formulas have to start with equals. Equals, count A, parentheses, and then just grab them. Grab the badmintons and hit enter. And all of a sudden it counts it for me. And then I want baseball. Baseball slash softball. Okay, close enough. And I want to count those ones. So equal, count A, parentheses, grab all the baseball, softballs, left click, drag, enter. And it counts it for me. What are these? This is sport, favorite sport, fave sport. And this one over here is my frequency. Frequency. And then the next one is basketball. Basketball. I think I'm doing the wrong thing for that. And then over here equals, count A, parentheses, and then grab your basketball ones. There's a lot more basketball ones. Enter. So then it kind of counts them all up for me. After you count them up, then you're going to kind of look through it, kind of walk you through it, right? Talks you through how to sort it, and then putting these in here. You might want to put a box around it too. See how it says like kind of highlight them, put a box around it. So maybe I put a box around them, make it prettier. Oops. Where are we? There we go. Did I just kill it? Oh, there it is. All right, so maybe I put a little box around them. So here's my little box thing. So you hit that, and that should box it for you. So now I have a nice little box around it, which is pretty. And then you want to create a pie chart. So you'll highlight them. And you'll do all of them. I'm just doing a few because I'm lazy. Insert chart, and it will come up. And you get to choose the type. I want pie chart. I don't want one of these ones. I want a pie chart. So I'm going to stick with pie chart. Make sure these two things are clicked down here. Use row 1 as headers. Use column C as labels. So that's good. And then, see where it says frequency here? You don't want to say frequency, or what frequency would be if I spelled it correctly. Click on that. Maybe you click a few times so you get it. I had left click, I think, 4 times to get it to go on there. But now I have it highlighted. The word frequency is highlighted. I can just retype it. Favorite sport. Enter. Done. And then move it. If you kind of move around here, eventually you'll get to a spot where it'll let you kind of, let's drag it right over. That's great. Then you need to do a Pareto chart. What's up with the Pareto chart? It goes from highest to lowest. So I need to sort by data, so it goes highest to lowest. Do not just grab your frequencies, because if I just grab my frequencies and sort highest to lowest, so I just grab those ones. Basketball's 21, everybody see that? And if I just do data, sort range, highest to lowest, then all of a sudden badminton is 21, and that's not right. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? So don't do that, undo it, and make sure you pick all of it. Badminton and your sports, and your words and your numbers. Oops, no, what is going on with this? Hold the shift and refresh key. Button to try again.
Shift F5.
Shift. F5 you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good deal. So I'm going to highlight all of them. And I'm going to go with data and then sort range. And what do I want to sort from? I want to sort from column D, because my frequency is in column D. So figure out what column your frequency is in and sort on that column. And again, you want to go highest to lowest, Z to A, descending. And then you'll see basketball's 21, badminton's 3, like it should be. And then go ahead and pick those guys and do a insert chart. And here pick a this one, the bar chart that goes straight up and down. And then I'll put in there. So just move that down here, and that should be fine. Everybody all right with that part? Good. Next, what do we do next? Then we're going to, and this kind of walks you through all the details about it in more detail. And the Pareto chart. Now we're going to talk about qualitative data. So we're going to go back to the original one you had. Really? Seriously? This is so messed up. Nope, not you. Sheet 1. And I'm going to copy over just undo what happens then. Nope, it's not undoing it. So grab something, whatever your B was. Say my B was, how tall are you in inches? Sure, I'll grab that one. So Control C, go to your spreadsheet. Again, create a brand new sheet for this. Whole brand new sheet for it, and paste it in there. So whatever your column C is, or whatever your group C data is, cut and paste it into a brand new sheet, so you have a sheet just for this column, your group C data. And then I need to sort it. So I'm going to do data, sort range by column A to Z. Let's see what happens if I do that. Uh-oh, I lost my title. Data, sort range, data has header, and then A to Z. Then it leaves my header alone. And then you kind of look down and see what makes sense. I could try to go 55 to 59, 60 to 64, 65 to 69, and 70 to 74. But then I'd only have like, I don't know, I could maybe do that. That's a possibility. So that might be one way of doing it, but find a way of creating a frequency distribution table, a grouped one, where you find sort of a natural way of breaking up your data in ways that they fit well, and you have at least 5 classes, no more than, say, 12 classes. Is everybody okay with feeling like they can do this part? So if I decide I want to do 50 to 51, I might do this. So classes, class limits, and I might do 55 to 59. Maybe 59.5. Some people have. Well, I don't know. I would probably, and some of you guys have asked about this. I'd probably see how many decimals is my data in? Whole numbers. So if your data is in whole numbers, you should make sure they're all in whole numbers. They should all be the same. So if you have any that are decimals, like this one, I'm just going to round it. 68, done. 71.5, 72, done. Oh, there's another one. 72.5, around 73, done. Okay? So do that. Feel free to do that. Totally makes sense because all your data should have the same number of decimal places. So then I might go 60 to 64, 65 to 69, something like that, 70 to 74. And then I would use my count A function to count them, probably, because, well, this one I can probably count on my own. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 7 of these. But when it gets harder, staring at these little guys is really a pain in the butt, so it's a lot easier to do count A, or count. Since there's numbers, I'd probably do count. And I'd do 60 to 64. Stops there. And it'll count them all for you. Are we ready to do this part? Sort of? Yes? No? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now once you do that, let me put some numbers in there. 75 to 79. So now we have our frequency distribution table grouped. And what happened to my little control negative? I'm going to put borders around them. Now I need to create a couple other tables for these. I have a frequency polygon you need to make, and you have an ogive you need to make. Frequency polygons use what? What was that? Anyone? Frequency polygons. What do they use? Class midpoints and frequencies. Frequencies are relative frequencies. We have frequencies already, so I'll just leave it like that. It's easier. So I need to do another one with midpoints. So here I'm going to have midpoints. Oops. I think I spelled that correctly. Midpoints. And then I'm going to find the midpoints of each of these. So 55 to 59, that's the midpoint of 57. This one would be 62. This one is 67, 70. Oh, what's my class with? 5? I just add 5 to all of these now. Now, and I'll just copy these over. 7, 37, 32, 21, 3. Done. Here's the thing. With the frequency polygons, we want to have an invisible class. We have to anchor it in the front and the back. You guys remember that part? Anybody remember that? It has to be anchored in the front and the back so it's not just floating. So I need to create a new one. So maybe I'll move him up. Move that one up. And here I'll make this. What's the class that comes before 57? 52. Frequency of 0. And imaginary class afterwards. Frequency of 0. Midpoint of 82. And then we'll use this one. This will be for our ogive. For our frequency polygon. So I'm going to have this highlighted. Here's the catch. When you do your frequency polygon, and when you do your ogive, I can't remember which one is, whether it's Excel or Sheets, but it messes it up if you include the titles. So don't leave those out and just start here, and use these down here. So I'm not going to use the midpoints of frequencies, I'm just going to start here with the numbers. And I'm going to go to Insert, see how this goes, Chart, and I want this one. So then now I have this nice little chart. Everybody see that? Isn't it gorgeous? And look, it even knew to graph frequencies and midpoints, even though I didn't highlight them. That's really cool. All right, good deal. So you had that one. And then we also need another one for our ogive. Our ogive uses what? Class upper boundaries. So we have upper boundaries. And it uses what? Cumulative frequencies. Cumulative frequencies. So now I need to find the upper boundaries of each of these. So the upper boundary here would be, and I need, well, so I'm going to give myself, I need to anchor it first. So I need to find the, kind of the lower boundary here is the upper boundary of the imaginary class, so that's 54.5. Or should I just find them all? Is that easier? I'll give myself a space. Well, I'll show you why. So my upper boundaries are 59.5, 64.5, oops, 64.5. Oh, you guys see where I'm getting these? I'm looking right here on the last part. That'd be 69.5, 74.5, 79.5. So when I say 69.5, 74.5, 79.5. And then don't forget you need to have the imaginary class in front to anchor the front. So these are all separated by a class with a 5. I can just take 59.5 and subtract 5 from that one, 54.95, sorry. And there's that one. And I got to find the cumulative frequencies. So this one should have 0. This one is 7, and then 7 plus 37. If you want, you can just, I can even do this. Look at this. See this sum symbol over here? You guys see that? I can just sum. What do I want to sum? These guys. Enter. It'll add them for me. Sum. What do I want to sum? These guys. Highlight them. Enter. It'll add them up for me. How cool is that? Sum. Highlight the ones you want to enter. Enter. And then sum. Highlight these guys. Hit enter. And it adds them all up for you. Right? So use these. Why do math if it will do it for you? And then highlight again. Don't include the titles. Format. Sorry. Insert. Chart. And again, we want a line chart. Right? For the ogive. Because that's also a line chart. And then we have our nice little ogive here. Did I talk about maybe calling them? Did I tell you to call them an ogive? Would that be easier? I don't think I did. I think we just have you label them. Yeah. So that's everything in a nutshell. Then move it down somewhere where we can see it and still kind of see everything. You may have to put it on the next page in order for it to all fit well. Also, when you print these, I don't need all the data. I just need these guys, these here. So if you want, you can just highlight them. Maybe just highlight this part. And I think if you go to File, where's the print? Why am I missing the print?
To the bottom.
What was that?
Print
Oh, print at the bottom. Thank you. Then it will just print the parts that I need. Look, see how the this part's cut off? I probably want to change that a little bit. And so I'm going to go back, cancel, and I'll move it up a little bit. Oh, wrong one. I'll probably move this one up a little bit. Try to squeeze them in there. Maybe move them down a little bit. Or you could put them together on the same page. You could also make it a little bit smaller if you wanted to. If you want to make it fit okay, you can do that also. file, print, see how that works. So now it looks like it fits on one page. I don't know what's up with this part here, but that's okay. Cancel. Why is it doing that? Maybe I just should highlight. What if I just highlight these parts that I want? Copy again. File, print. It may not actually print like that. Let's see. Next. Oh, so here's my problem, is I kind of picked everything. See how it shows all the pages? If you don't want to print all the pages, then cancel it. And when you go to File, Print, just pick, where it says Print Current Sheet, change that to Selected Cells. And then that should only pick the parts that you chose. Of course, I didn't pick some of the cells, so I think it could give me trouble. So you'll have to kind of play around with that a little bit, because I didn't pick these parts here, so I'd have to move these guys over into the selected cells. And then I might be in good shape. File. Let's try this one more time. File, print. Not current sheet, but selected cells. Next. And that does look like what I want. So then we're kind of in good shape, and we can go ahead and print that. Okay. Everybody okay with this? Any questions on this? It's due next Tuesday. And again, it's only those two parts. It's only Group A data and Group C data, not B and not D. We'll do some with B and D later, but not at this time. Yeah.
So I saw that you picked up sheet 1. Is that the original one that we? Or is
I just
that
made
one
stuff
that
up.
we-
Yours will be sheet 2 or sheet 3.
Because we cleaned it up,
Yeah,
right?
but I didn't have that. I didn't do what you guys did, so I just had to grab stuff and throw things into places. So, yeah, ignore that part. Sorry, I had to make it up on the fly today. Yeah.
Do we still need to email that to you, or just print them?
No, so that's a good question. You're going to print those for me. So you're going to do a print of the stuff for Group A. So the frequency distribution you made, and then the pie chart and the Pareto chart. That'll be printed out, and then you'll have another printout where that will have your frequency distribution and also the smaller one you did with the midpoints, and the other one you did for the boundaries, the upper boundaries and the cumulative frequencies, and those two graphs. So you'll have those printouts to me, and that's what I want. Good questions. Any more questions? Okay, I'm going to stop the video now.